Hey YouTube, Ryu here. Wanted to go ahead and put out a video really quick. Now, this actually kind of has to do with Angry Joe, and trust me, it's on. This actually has to do with, MGTOW, political sanity, as well as being a YouTube creator. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weigh in on it. Now, me and Joe are not in the same leagues. I don't have as many subscribers as him, but I also don't make money off of my channel. I don't have web pages up, saying, hey, donate to me. I want you to pledge money to me. I don't have anything like that. And while I will go ahead and give my subscribers a hard time, usually it's some fun ribbing. Either that or I'm replying to trolls or whatever. If I actually have a disagreement with someone, I try to be at least somewhat respectful. Angry Joe, on the other hand, has his website with multiple donation links on it, is making a fuck ton of money off of doing this, has made promise after promise after promise after promise. Me, I'll tell you that I'm trying to do something or that I'm hoping to do something. I don't sit there and say, I promise I'm going to do this. Very rarely will I do that. The reason why is because I know that my life is a little bit hectic, and this is something that I do for either enjoyment. Some videos you can definitely tell that I enjoy myself, or because it's something that I feel needs to be made. But the thing is with Joe, he's doing it for profit. Well, once you start doing something for profit, and this is to all the content creators out there, once you start doing something for profit, you have now whored yourself out. You now are on someone's dime. So start acting like it. Those people that donate to you, even though they may not be directly your boss, they are your investors. You typically don't see companies smack talking their investors. You don't sit there and see these companies blocking these investors from saying things. Well, YouTube is no different. If you're doing it for a career, then you have to listen to your audience. Now, of course, you don't have to do everything that your audience wants. Fair enough. But like with me, I've kind of stopped releasing stuff to do with video games. Like, I might talk about video games on a live stream every once in a while with a guest speaker or something like that, or if someone in the chat brings up video games, whatever. But I've stopped releasing those video game videos. I'm planning on making my own separate channel for my video gaming stuff once life calms down a little bit. I sure as hell can't handle 2 channels right now. Hell, I'm barely putting out content on this one right now. And again, I apologize for that. But lately, it's just with everything that's been going on in my own personal life, I'm not going to drag you all into it. But I've been busy, and so I haven't had the time to release the same level of content. Haven't had the time to go ahead and do the research and all that sort of thing. But the thing is again, the difference between Joe sitting there disappearing for a few weeks and then coming back saying, oh, I'm taking another month and a half off from the thing that the vast majority of my subscribers have subscribed to me for, which I think he has a big disconnect there. I'll get to that in a little bit. But he went ahead and did all of that shit and then got pissy when people called him out on it. He disabled the ratings, the like-dislike, as well as the comments on his videos. Now, I absolutely hate when people do that to begin with. Because I'm all like, come the fuck on. I mean, unless, you know, it's something of yours that you just wanted to put out there. You didn't necessarily want someone's commentary on it. You just wanted to go ahead and put it out there. All right, fair enough. But with him, he's doing it because he doesn't want people to see that the majority of his subscribers are pissed off at him. He doesn't want to deal with the displeasure of his little following. And the reason why I'm saying his little following is because of the whole Anita Sarkeesian thing that happened a while back. When he was sitting there and was condescending to people who had been with him for years. I was still subscribed to him up until the moment he made that video. I was promptly blocked by Angry Joe on Twitter as well as on YouTube. I can't comment on his channel or anything like that. Fine, whatever. But the thing is I got fucking pissed off. And so the thing is, I went through, yeah, I was abrasive. Y'all know me. But I sat there and blasted him for it. I put him on full blast because of the pure and simple fact that he was going off of unsubstantiated bullshit, blatant fucking lies, and he was being condescending to his own fucking fans trying to white knight for Anita Sarkeesian after she had gone through with her fucking bullshit. Me and Angry Joe obviously don't get along. And that's fine. But now, if he expects people to have any level of sympathy for him after he traded out his loyal fan base that he had for the little SJW hipster bullshit con artists that he has now, I mean, a few of the old fans are still there, but they are definitely not the majority. Because he's having to watch himself, like when he sat there and did his review of Ghostbusters, all of a sudden he got put on full blast by his fans, and he didn't see it coming. Because he didn't realize that he had changed his fan base over. For some odd reason, he allowed his ego to get so fucking big that he thought people would stick around for him talking to them in the most degrading manner when they have always had his fucking back. And the time came for him to have their back. Or to at least stay the fuck out of it. But no, he decided to stab them in the back. Well, of course, the people that they were facing are going to sit there and say, oh, we're going to come over to you. You're on our side. Well, he's on no one's side. But the thing is the damage had been done. And so now he's having a really hard fucking time. I'm thankful for the fan base that I have. I'm so thankful for the subscribers that I have. Because y'all are awesome. Not the most talkative bunch, but y'all are fucking amazing. If I'm wrong, y'all call me out on it. If I'm right, you give me a thumbs up. You know? Or you sit there and say that you agree. Or you even, every once in a while, one of you will sit there and put out your own spin on the thing. And it's all like, oh, okay, I never looked at it from that perspective. Thank you for bringing that up. But the thing is whenever I say something, I don't have people sitting there and going, oh, well, I'm unsubscribing from you because you said one thing that I disagree with. See, the thing is with Angry Joe, it wasn't him saying something that people disagreed with. It was he actively went out and attacked his own fans. And for what? to protect Anita Sarkeesian. Well, now he's got people that are sitting there wanting to watch his biased fucking bullshit fucking reviews. I haven't watched any of his reviews lately, but the thing is, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to assume that they're biased and that they're bullshit because of the pure and simple fact that he lost all credibility. He showed that he can't stay neutral under all circumstances. That was the reason why I watched him to begin with. Was because he wasn't afraid to give those low scores when they were needed. When IGN was sitting there and, giving a 9 out of 10 to a game that deserved a fucking negative 9 out of 10. Angry Joe was willing to give out those fucking bad reviews. He was willing to call out the horse crap games. But then he politicized it. Once you politicize something, that means you are now going to pander to a certain demographic. And he chose poorly. For some odd reason, I think it was because he thought that Anita had this big following and he wanted a chunk of that. And he somehow figured that not only would those people coming into the fold not force other people out, or cause strife in his own group. But then also at the same time, he thought that the people that he was basically saying, oh, you're old hat, I need some new blood in, were going to stick around with him after he had discredited himself, had shown that he is very willing to be intellectually lazy when it comes to a situation involving a fucking woman. And then he went out of his way to attack his fans, some of whom were involved in Gamergate, but the vast majority of them weren't. They just wanted to play fucking video games. They didn't care about the politics. They said, well, we've got our reviewer, we've got Angry Joe, why do we need to be part of Gamergate? That was a very common thing I heard in there. Was I involved in Gamergate? Yeah, so you can sit there and say that I'm butthurt over it. But I wasn't. I was disappointed. Because Joe's always been that fair judge. And he just chucked that out the window. And now, he's got a fan base that's getting pissed off at him for not doing his fucking job. Alright, fair enough, right? Sorry about that. I figured you didn't want to hear a motorcycle go by. But like I said, it's fair enough if they're sitting there going, no, we paid you money. You promised a schedule. You have this schedule right the fuck here. And you haven't even met that fucking schedule. And now you're saying you're taking a fucking vacation? Fuck you. And instead of listening to that and going, oh, well, I'm fucking up, I'm going to start losing money, he decides to go, oh, mute. And decides to go the fuck off. Well, here's the thing, Angry Joe. You think you're untoppable. You would think that you would have learned your lesson after the Anita thing when your numbers initially took a fucking hit and you were sweating fucking bullets. But here's the thing. People tend to subscribe to you for your angry reviews, whether it be for the media reviews or for the gaming reviews. Doesn't matter. But if you're going to sit there and stop doing the angry reviews, the thing that made your fucking channel, don't expect those people to stick around. And if you expect them to keep coming back time and time and time again after you break promise after promise after promise, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And you're going to be going out and looking for a 9 to 5, dude. You got a good thing going. Stop shooting yourself in the foot. Being self-employed, which is what you are, requires that you have the fucking drive for it. No one's saying you can't take a fucking vacation, but don't sit there, vanish for a couple of weeks, promise that you're going to have something upon return, and then come back and go, yeah, I don't have it, but I got addicted to my vacation, so I'm going to go ahead and extend it out for another month and a half, and if you don't like it, shut the fuck up, come back in a month and a half. No investor is going to look at you and go, yeah, I want to give money to that. And that's what your fans are. They are your investors. They are supporting your ass. And right now, you're refusing to do the one fucking job that they're paying you for. If you think that you're entitled to their money, well, you got another thing coming. Now on to the fans. I saw a few, I've seen fans sit there and say, oh, well, I don't like this content, so I'm going to unsubscribe because you put up this one fucking video that I don't like, or, you know, whatever, whatnot. I've seen that happen all over YouTube. Stop it. Now, if you're one of those people that has donated to a channel, you know, like on Patreon or via PayPal, whatever, whatnot, to support the channel, and you support the thing monthly, and they stop making the content, then unsubscribe from them and stop paying them. It's that simple. Yes, sit there and say, hey, why aren't you making this anymore? But if they put out other content, just like if I was sitting here and I was making money off of my YouTube channel, and I decided to put up a video gaming based a video game based, like a review or, you know, a let's play or something like that, and everyone would sit there and go, oh, well, it's not all MGTOW content, so fuck you. I'd be like, well, what the fuck? So, like, I'm still making my MGTOW content. It's just now I also have this content as well. There is actually a very large crossover between gamers and MGTOW. There's a big crossover section in that Venn diagram, alright? But it is what it is. But this is going to be my MGTOW channel, and then my other channel will be my video gaming channel. But yeah, I mean, I got stuff that I got to do before I do the video game channel, and I also have to get my release schedule at least stabilized on this one. And I understand that. I'm not like Angry Joe. I listen to what my subscribers want. Doesn't mean I'm always going to do it, but I at least listen. That's why I try to engage with y'all. So, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead, weigh in on the Angry Joe situation. Quite frankly, I think Angry Joe is 99% in the wrong on this. Like, I understand, you know, wanting to take a break. I get it. I understand. It's not what happened with me. It was just life got in the way. I think yesterday was the one day that I could have gone ahead and actually, you know, done any sort of real work as far as the video was concerned. But I was just so exhausted from everything else. And I was like, you know, I don't want to spend all day doing research for a video or something like that, or, you know, just put out a little what the fuck video that someone else has already covered, or that everyone else has already covered, and it's like 2 weeks old. I didn't want to fucking do that shit. I don't, like I said before, I don't like to just put out content to put out content. But I don't know if I have any old Angry Joe fans, or even if I have any current Angry Joe fans. I'm pretty sure I probably don't have any current Angry Joe fans here, unless they're here to bitch and thumbs down my channel. If I have any of the few diehard ones that are still holding on, by all means, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against Joe as an individual, as a content creator. Like I said, he lost my respect. He lost any credibility in my eyes. especially as far as video game reviews are concerned, because it's all like, dude, if you're sitting there and you're not seeing the issues with Anita, because it wasn't just one of those things of him saying, "Oh, stop sending abuse." It wasn't him just buying into that. It was him actively fucking lying. Him sitting there and saying, "They're not trying to take away your video games." Yeah, they are. Just take a look at what they're trying to fucking do. They're trying to get rid of anything that can be viewed as misogynistic or sexist or violent against women or portrays women in anything other than the most positive of lights. They were trying that for the longest fucking time. And in Australia, that feminist group got a few stores to stop carrying Grand Theft Auto in there because they sat there and said, "Oh, well, you're incentivized to have sex with prostitutes and then kill them." Not really. They're like, "You're incentivized to kill the prostitutes." What, you mean for money? The thing that drops off of everyone else that's killed? Really? No, you're not. What the fuck? But anywho. Yeah, it's just one of those scenarios of, I'm sitting here, I'm watching a massive, I think Review Tech USA said it, and it's the YouTube disconnect, and that is a big fucking thing. And I've seen it with a bunch of content creators. In fact, a lot of the content creators that I subscribe to have been doing this lately, where they're trying to get into all these other things. They want to get out of their quote-unquote rut. And it's all like, all right, that's fine. You can just go ahead and make those, but at least continue making the other stuff that, people subscribe to you for. If people are sitting there and actively starting to bitch on your videos that aren't that stuff, saying, "Hey, it's been a long time since you made this other video and you've made like 6 of this one. If you got time to make 6 videos of this, then you got time to at least make 1 video of the other thing." I don't want this to be a once a week thing while you're sitting there and making other videos that are, coming out, the other 6 days a week. When I subscribed for this, when this was the main thing of your fucking channel for the longest time. And it still gets the majority fucking views. But yeah, I mean, I understand burnout. I get it. Like with me, there's been a couple of times where I've kind of started burning out on this channel. I mean, especially when I was sitting there and releasing multiple videos a day. It gets kind of insane, and it gets kind of trying a little bit. Because then you start putting pressure on yourself to release content, and then you find yourself releasing content that's just there to be there. It starts lacking that substance. Not to mention, like when you have a MGTOW channel, it can take a lot, because a lot of the same ground gets retread with MGTOW. And then also all the shit that you get. I mean, it's just one of those things. Every once in a while, you just kind of gotta take a step back and go, you know what, I'm gonna take a day or 2 off. I've had that happen before. But then I would come back hitting hard. And don't worry, yeah, my channel's not going anywhere. Still gonna be here. Still full of spit and vinegar. Just like every other day, every other video. But it's just, I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life where I haven't really had time to make any real videos, and I haven't really found anything that really required my input, because others had gone ahead and basically said everything that I was thinking already in their videos. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end the video here. Have yourselves a nice night or day, depending on when you're watching this and where you are. Talk to y'all later.